So, welcome all. We're going to start sitting. So, make yourselves comfortable, or those of you who wish to stand can stand. So, this is the time, and we're only a week away from the winter solstice, when everything is dark. It's the yin. It's the strongest yin weeks of the year. And Robert Peng, if any of you have gone onto his 2-week work that the Chinese do every 2 weeks, the work on one of the vertebrae. This week is the top vertebra. So connecting with the Alexander technique, as you know, Alexander said the connection between the head and the neck, which is of course the skull with the top vertebra, is the master switch. So let's look for a moment at that top vertebra, which is called the atlas. You know, here we are with the world on our shoulders. And so you can find that by touching the back of your head here. And actually, you cannot touch the atlas because it's under the skull. Remember that it is between your ears and behind your eyes that you move your head. So let's just start by taking a breath and then slowly turning your head from way up there and then take a breath there, and as you breathe out, you come back to center. Breathing in and out, and in and out. Now this is more difficult. Imagine a golden rod running through your ears, one ear to the other, and you are going to look down from way up there. So imagine that rod, and then breathe in and look down from way up there. Breathe out. Breathe in. So you move on the out breath. Breathe out and come to center. Breathe in and look up. Breathe in, come to center. Breathe in and look down. Breathe in, come to center. So that's a little exercise you can do anytime you want to. You're feeling that your body is doing this too much. Put your fingers there and just bring yourself up to where your skull actually sits on your head. The second thing about the vagus nerve, which Elizabeth mentioned, is bring your finger, let's take your heart finger, your middle finger, to just under your ear, which is kind of where your jaw meets, your jaw connects there. You move your jaw around. It's also where the vagus nerve is coming out of the brain and into the whole system. It's a very exciting nerve. It's the longest nerve in your body. It runs through all of your organs. So with your finger there, this is something you can do anytime you feel very anxious. So your fingers there, put your other hand on your heart and follow your breath. Just gently, not doing, just allowing. And I think you will gradually feel your whole system calming down from that overstressed, over-anxious state. Good. All right. Now to exercise a little. Come up. You're bringing the earth up with you. And you're going to go to the horizon, like that, stretching as much as you can, and then coming down. So this is a strength exercise for the upper body. 1, and now breathe in and hold your breath. And release. Breathing out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now we're going to go up. Breathe in. Hold your breath. And let go. You know how long you can hold your breath. You start by breathing in. You come up, breathing out. You go in. And release. Breathing in. And out. One more time. Good. Lovely. All right, now another arm exercise again. You come up to the heart, and now push away whatever is troubling you and look in the opposite direction. And then bring your arm forward, your head forward. Come back to the heart and down. Other hands on top. Push away and look in the opposite direction. Come to center. Return to heart and down. And you can also, with this exercise, think each time that you're moving from that place just under the skull, that is the atlas, that is the first vertebra of your vertebral column. Now we come up. Now we're going to look up and press away on both sides. Breathing in. And then look down as both arms come forward. Rest and down. This is a Robert Peng exercise. So your breathing leads, and Robert always says this, the movement follows the breath, as in Tai Chi, not vice versa. So breathe and move with each in-breath or out-breath. And each of us has a different rhythm, so follow your own rhythm. One more time. So let's begin to move on to exercises. Move that just a little bit so you can see all of me. Okay, so here is a suggestion from me for you to begin your exercises with the following. This is a Tai Chi exercise. You bring your hands up, bringing earth, always bringing earth up. And now you're going to push away, you remember the story of Scylla and Charybdis in the Odyssey? There's danger on either side, and it is closing in. So you are pushing away anything that is closing in on you as you breathe in. And then come back and down. So come up, push away what is closing in on you, and back and down. One more time. And I'm breathing out as I move into the position this time. Now, you're going to push away anything that's coming at you in the front. So bringing up the earth, bringing up the help, and pushing away what's coming into your space. So we have a space around 3 feet around us that is our area of activity. It's also the area of our emanations. One more. So get ready to push away anything that's coming at you too hard. Good. Now, you remember Atlas carrying the world on his shoulders as we do. Now you're going to push away anything that is weighing you down. Bringing earth up, bringing help up from Mother Earth, and pushing away. And don't forget that yin is almost synonymous with Mother Earth. Mother Earth is a yin energy. It's also an energy of vitality. Remember the Dantian, the lower Dantian. Good. So now we are going to look at that point, fixed on a point in front of us, and then see the whole room as we stretch back. Eye of tiger, fix the point, stretch back and around. I usually, as you can see, move my head to one side to see that side of the room. And then the other side. Good. Now, pick up earth, bring it to heart. Bring both of them to heaven. And you come down saying hello to your wisdom eye, to your heart, and to your lower dantian, the seat of vitality. Up and away. Now, one hand on top and press away in one direction, other hand on top, press away. Now, in this one, you can, when you're feeling heavy or, you know, those moments in the evening when you kind of almost can't go on, I always speak from my own experience, by the way, you grab a vitality, you grab Earth's vitality, and send it to heaven. And vitalize yourself by taking that earth and sending it up. Now, don't do this late at night because you will have an increase in vitality and might not be able to sleep right away. So it's not something to do before bedtime. Good. Now, remember the kidney rub. So let's get the kidneys going. And a little bounce. And shake the foundations of the old attitudes, old point of view, old complaints. I mean, really, there are so many things to complain about. Maybe we should just shelve the whole thing and put it in the basement. And then, once you've stirred up the kidneys, and you can also, of course, stir up the spine, which is very helpful when you're sore in the back, and especially the lower back. Just bring your knuckles up and down the spine. Good. Now, come away along the stomach meridian and out and back. Lead with your chin a little bit, and then lead with your spine. And I'm coming back to the kidneys as I start, right? Kidneys. Good. And now, the diaphragm. One hand on top. Up you go. And leaning, stretching, opening the rib cage as you breathe in. And release, breathing out. And again, same side. And breathe out. One more. Good. And now the other hand is on top. Oops, and we're going on the other side. That's why that hand is on top, to give a bigger opening to the ribs. So you're not going sideways. Don't think of it as sideways, think of it as up and over, leading with the head. One more. Woof. That was work. Now we come to pushing forward, collecting the fingers, and pulling back. Woof. And this can go with ho, 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 ho. There's one more I'd like to do here, which is from Robert Pang, which is starting the wheel of heaven and turning it. So one foot is forward, and you press, breathing out, and then you pull, breathing in. So you're pushing the wheel below and pulling it at the top. Think of a great wheel of a mill, but the wheel of heaven is the biggest mill of all. Push, pull. Now let your back heel come up as you push. Let your front toe come up as you pull. Breathing out and in, and one more. I actually do 9 of these because 9 is a number Robert Peng uses alike, and we're going to go to the other side. 3, 6, 9, 18, 36. Those are the numbers he usually uses for counting exercises. Okay, coming here and going down. Now, this is something that I can't do so well with my hip that is going to be exchanged for a new hip in a couple of weeks. But circle your hips. You can go as big a circle. I'm sure Elizabeth can do this really well. And maybe most of you can. Irma, I'm sure, can too. And then in the other direction, just a circling of the hips. Get everything oiled up. Get the pelvis, this is oiling the pelvis, basically. Okay, good. Now, feet together, arms up, and come down to almost touch the toes or touch them, and up the back of the leg. So up the back, up to heaven, down to earth, and up the back of the legs. Now down the sides of the legs to sit. Touch your toes and come up. Again, down the sides, all the way to the toes and up the front. Door, I'm turning the door, opening the door, and opening it in the other direction. Again, this is Robert Peng, he calls it opening the door. And this is the Japanese one. Stretch, 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 fingertip to back of heel. Front leg is bent, back leg is straight. Stretching all you can. And then let go, face forward, bring your arm to the side, forward and down. 1, stretch, stretch, stretch. And then let go. Side, forward, down. Again, 1. So you can stretch as much and as long as you want. It feels good, I'm sure. And finally, in this little series, which is called Liangong, except for the Robert Peng exercises, I told you that. All right, now press down, get rid of all kinds of stuff, go around to the side and gather the gold. Gather the new impression. Down, away with the junk. Away with the old stuff, gather the new. So I usually breathe out all that junky stuff and breathe in the new stuff. And when you finished your exercise, so I gave you that little jewel of the 4 directions to begin your moment of exercising. Here's a way of ending your moment of exercising, because we're about to do Tai Chi. So hands on the dantian, on the lower dantian, the seat of vitality. So I'm following my hand with my eye. It goes to the side. It's gathering from below, from the same level, and from above, and then it forms a line, and you're going to come right down your central meridian, saying hello to the wisdom of the head brain, saying hello to the compassion of the heart, and ending with the vitality of the lower dantian, or belly, the belly brain. 1, and then 1, 2, 3. Take a moment to acknowledge yourself standing here, feet on the ground, on Mother Earth, magnetized by her electromagnetic energy, and the body rising up like true person in the Chinese world, one who stands between heaven and earth on the level of earth, humanity, compassion. Okay? I'm going to come back to sit down for a moment because Patty needs to. And there's the sun. Hello, sun. Gosh, we are so grateful for it, right? All right, okay. So, what is Qi? Well, that's a little bit like asking, what is the Tao? So, here's your Qi ball. Your Qi ball is coming, let's say, out of your lower center of energy. You've got 3 centers of energy, right? The forehead, the heart, and the lower dantian. So your hand on the lower dantian, you're going to expand the vitality of the Qi. And then, as in many of the parts of Tai Chi, you have a ball over here. Notice one hand on top. And how to bring the ball over here, keeping the ball, and this is what Master T.T. Liang, who was my master of Tai Chi in 1963, I guess, or 62, when I learned from him in New York. I was living in Peru, but I came to New York for few months. 1962, it must have been. So you're moving the Qi from one side to the other, and you'll have noticed that this is also a sideways 8, which is the symbol of infinity. So you're looking for your own path. Each one of us has to find the path to. So this is what we do with waving hands in the clouds, which we will do in a minute. So that's one way of playing with the Qi ball. Another way of just playing with the Qi ball is expanding and contracting and feeling that there is something between your hands, which there is. There's life between your hands, and another word for it is Qi. So you feel it growing, the ball, it's more like a balloon that can expand and contract. So your hands are feeling the texture of this life between your hands, balloon, ball, whatever you want to call it. So that it kind of moves your hands. It's not fixed, so don't stiffen your hands. And then in another Tai Chi position, which we will do today again, and it also is done 5 times like the waving hands in the clouds, is when you take the ball and it's as if you threw it forward, but then you gather it together and it goes to the opposite corner. So take it and send it forward to the diagonal. And in this case, it gets quite small and then enlarges. So see if you can find that again. Everyone finds their own. So you're stepping forward, stepping, moving your toe back, stepping with the other foot, coming back with your toe, step, toe forward, step, toe forward. So everything is expanding here, right? Feels so good. Good. And then the other thing, I'm going to take you, first we're going to do Tai Chi, the first part, first and second part, with me facing you as a mirror image. So you are going to have to be my mirror image rather than figure out what is left, what is right. Then I'm going to take you through the whole of Tai Chi. And of course, when it gets to where you don't know any of it, you simply follow. But the part that I'm going to prepare you for is what comes after this. I think this is called separating hands. What comes after that in a moment, and they're always interrupted by those 6 positions. You'll remember, I'll point them out to you. But the last series I'm going to take you through is called Lovely Lady Sits at Shuttle. And so what she's doing is she's going to push the shuttle here. So one hand is up, both hands, and then she's going to cross over and push with the other hand. So let's do that for a minute. Come here, crossed, and then one hand at, if you like, at the wisdom and another at the heart. Crossing over and sending out. Coming back together and pressing. So just let it be a fluid motion of gathering and pressing away. Gathering and pressing away. Of course, what's happening is you're actually turning around yourself, but we'll get to that, and you'll just try just to experience it. Good. Okay, let's go. So, as I say, I'm going to face you, and you are my mirror. I am your mirror image. So that means I'll try to help a little. My feet are diagonally, as are yours. And you just wait till the energy comes down through you, from above to below, from below to above. And then you lower yourself on your right leg, and the left leg goes to the side, and toe straight, There you are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn to the right. 1, 2, 3. Step out. 5 and 6. Turn to the right again. 1, 2. Step where your toe was and your hands come together. The ball is getting smaller and smaller. This is ward off right, and you will return to it again and again in Tai Chi. And so will you with this one. 1, 2, 3, and it's called press. And then release, sink back, and push. That's the third of the 4. And then 1, 2, 3. Hook to the right, step left, 6. Play guitar. Step back, shoulder strike. White crane lifts her wings, and I'm going to face you because it's easier for you to sit that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play guitar again, and brush left knee. Brush right knee. Brush left knee. Play guitar again, and last brush left knee. Come back, and diagonal blow. Come back to the left side, straighten your foot forward, and 2, clear your path, and punch. Let it come back, and press. Come back again, and you are going to embrace the world over here. And then turn 180 degrees, and then press and push and turn. There. I'm going to do it this way. Now, 1, 2, 3, step 4. This is stepping back to keep monkey away. Press the monkey away and look back to see if there's anybody behind you. Step. Step. Now I'm working with you. Gather and throw away. Play guitar. Step back and shoulder strike. White crane lifts his wings, and now, like the brush knee, but needle at deep sea bottom at the end, and then you come up and you strike to the left. Turn to the right and go into the series press, push, and again we're going to do the 180 degree turn, and there you are. Now I'm going to do this facing you so that you can really see what the arms and feet are doing. So I'm your mirror image again. And you're going to, this is called high pat on horse. And then you're on your left foot, as if you were going to, you're circling as if you were going to do something there, and then kick out with your right and step and kick out with the left. Now turn all the way left and kick, and then punch downward. Return, gather, kick. Return and embrace tiger, return to mountain. Turn and do the same on the other side. Embrace tiger, return to mountain. Then high kick, step forward and bring both fists together, close together. And that's the last of the series. Now you have a high kick with the right and turn, and high kick with the other leg. And then you have, once again, you have your diagonal blow, and then you come back and you clear your path and punch, and you return and push, and you embrace the world. One more time. And now I'm going to go with you from here, because moving toward there. So you're embracing the world, and once again you're going to turn and right, ward off right. So get into ward off right, and we're going to go on with the fourth part. So that was the end of the third part. 1, 2, 3, and press. 1, 2, push. And then this time you're going to go not all the way diagonally, but just to the side here with your it isn't a 180-degree turn. So you're here, and we begin the next part by turning toward the front and sending the ball away. You gather it. So diagonal. As you bring the ball back, bring your toe forward. Then step on the diagonal with the other foot. Bring your toe forward as you bring your ball back. Step, gather, toe forward. Step, gather, toe forward. Let's do a few more of those. Step. So you're going to the diagonal, including your foot, and then you bring your toe forward as you step your weight on it. So you move away and then step on it. And again, the ball is getting smaller and smaller, and then endlessly large. Okay. Then you finish over here, and you do your ward off right, and you come around, and you push, and you now you're in this position, the end of the 180-degree turn. Now what you're going to do is swing forward, swing your foot as well, and you're going to just step out here and do the Fair Lady Sit-Sit Shuttle. So you were here, and you go and here. Now this is the big one. I'm going to spin around and come over here. No, that's not right. So this is a little more complicated. We start here, It's the other foot forward. Okay. So let's all do left foot forward, and that's correct, with the right hand at the height of the wisdom and the left hand at the height of the heart. So let's go from there to step forward and strike. It's also a strike. Then gather, turn, spin around, and strike over here. Gather, turn, and we strike over here. That's the third one. Fourth one, gather, and strike here. I don't expect you to be able to remember any of this. Then come around. Once more, ward off right. Turn. Press. Push. And here we are for part 5, in which we begin with waving hands in the clouds. Ending there and there. Now this time all we're going to do is go way down and then up, and then raising the knee and the hand. This is called a golden cock lifts its leg, and then that goes down and the other comes up. And then we go from there right into step back to keep monkey away. Gather, turn, throw away, come back, shoulder strike, white crane, needle at deep sea bottom, strike to the left, turn, come around, and press, push, and single whip or 180-degree turn. Now here we repeat stepping forward and going way down, and then we come up with crossed hands. So just to face you for that, it's going down, up, stepping together, crossed fists, and then complete turn, and a final kick, and then a diagonal blow. Good. That's great. I love it seeing you there. And then we're finishing with a strike and a return and a push. Let's do a push again. All together. Push this bad stuff away. One more. Push and turn and embrace the world. One more, embrace the world. And one more coming up. Another. Slowly moving the chi. The chi is actually moving us. And then hands on the dantian. Take an impression of all the energy moving in you from the whole body, which Tai Chi moves kind of every single cell, to the fact that because some of it was so unsure for you, the head is saying, what am I doing anyway, at the same time. Oh. So here we are. Make a wish for yourself and the world. Take a position that embraces the world at this holiday time. So you are a vertical and you live in a horizontal. Remember the vertical, it's just as important as the horizontal. As I say when I'm teaching Alexander, if you're always walking forward, you're missing the fact that you are always a verticality as well. Okay, now let's do a little exercising. Do tell me, though I'm going to unmute, or anybody who wants to unmute themselves can. So lots of people joined. Hey, Garia, good to see you. Good to see you all. I'm so glad so many more people came. So, and you got the job of getting all those names.
So good to have you back, and we're going to miss you, Patty, for 2 months.
I'm going to miss me too, Mayjoy.
Yeah. So hope everything was okay. So
we'll find out. I have a lot of doctor's appointments and stuff coming up, X-rays and all of that. So it seems
This
right.
Is your hip, right, Patty?
Sorry.
It's your hip. I've missed many classes because of a scheduling issue, but I wanted to make sure to get this class just to wish you well.
I'm so glad you came. I just wanted to share the whole of Tai Chi with you, and we'll begin again sometime in February when I'm feeling up to it. It's the left hip. Thank you. Okay, well, let's do a little Qi work here. Immune system reboot. Hands rubbing, stirring up the Qi that we've already moved around. Yeah, and now we're going to go up the front, around the whole face, and back to the back of the neck. Robert Pang calls this the facial beauty treatment. It's free, but it's very effective. And then we're going to comb the brain. Comb the brain, so you can start in the middle and then move back toward the sides. And then you move from the side slowly up to the center as well. And this wakens up some of our neurons that are half asleep. I'm sure since we only use 10% of our brain, there's a lot of sleeping neurons there to wake up. Okay, now the ears, both the bottom and the sides and the top. And you make it look like hard work. Enjoy. Oh dear. Okay, and now the teeth. So let's do the top teeth first. And then the back teeth, you can shut your mouth for that. And then you swish your tongue around the inside. And then swish it around the outside. And you do it until you get a nice little dollop of saliva, which you then swallow to enhance your organs. I'm quoting from Robert. And he said, by the way, the last time I heard him, to do this anytime. Anytime you feel your your digestive system needs a little help or something, but it helps the system. Okay, now we're going to do the, you start with your chin. This is a kind of, what should I call it? I'm going to call it a spinal roll. So starting with the chin, and now start with the coccyx. And then chin leads, coccyx leads. Good. And then hands, palm on back of, and now find your seventh cervical, the one that sticks out there, and give it a bang that runs all the way down the spine, waking up the spine. Oof. Now hello to the, so let's go along the yang, and then the yin, and then cross over, other yang, other yin, cross over. And then a little, say hello to heart and lung. And on the other side too. Okay, and now we come to the longevity points, 36 times. One, two, three, four, five, six. Hold it there. Breathing in and out. 3 times. 3 breaths. Good. Next side. One, two, three, four, five, 6. 3 breaths. Is that arm okay, Marjorie? Yeah, I know you haven't. Yeah, well, then do it down here. You don't have to lift it up. You can go down there. Okay. All right. Now we come to the stomach. So that was basically heart and lung. And now we get to the stomach, which is you go from the space under your knee bone there to the jump over the top of the leg bone and to the next space, which is stomach 36. And I always feel ouch when I get there, which is telling me something. My digestive system is an issue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Put your hands on your knees. Give them a nice massage. Love them a little bit. They work hard for you, but they are not supposed to carry you. The pelvis and the feet are supposed to carry your weight, not your knees, which is why so many people have knee problems. In the other direction. Okay, off with the shoe. to do the kidney, 1 kidney point. Kidney 1, pad of the hand with the pad of the foot, with a palm, I should call it the palm of the foot, and go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep your hand there. Form a little pearl between the palm of your hand and the palm of your foot. And you're going to breathe it in right up your leg, call it the inside of your leg, and send it to both kidneys. Send that pearl. Spread it out to both kidneys. You can do that 3 times with 3 in-breaths. Okay, other foot. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Palm of the hand to palm of the foot. Form your pearl. And breathe it up your leg and into both kidneys. And there we are. So until February, I'm so glad that Audrey made it, and Gertrude and Mariko and Julie, because sometimes you weren't able to be there. The others have been pretty steady. Sorry,
So whose iPad?
Who is iPad? We don't know who. Oh no, yes we do. Would you?
This is me, Bindu. With iPad is Bindu.
Bindu. It's Bindu.
I will miss your class a lot then.
I know. Bindu. Bindu. Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah. Thank you, Patty. That was really helpful, and
well, I hope
definitely
it wasn't.
Miss you.
I hope it wasn't overwhelming to go through the whole thing, but I thought it would be nice to get a sense of the whole thing, even if it's like, who could do this?
Thank you so much. And you have a really successful hip. And then what they always say, do the PT.
Do the what?
The PT, the physical therapy.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've been doing it for the last year. And of course, I do my own exercises every day too.
Yeah.
And Tai Chi. But Tai Chi has been difficult for me in the last month. Because it's so much.
It has a lot
of the
but
feet.
Still you did it very good.
Okay.
You did your best, and it was wonderful. Wonderful class. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Julie.
All the best for the
Thank you,
holidays.
Audrey. Thank you all for your good wishes. Yeah. Okay, bye-bye. Glad you could come, Dari.
Yeah, good luck, Patty.
Thank
Absolutely.
you. Thank you, Anne. Bye, Marjorie. Bye, Christine.
Thank you, Patty. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Patty.
All righty.
Happy
See you in
holidays,
February.
everyone. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye.
Thank you, Patty. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're very welcome.